party.
Monsieur le Président, le clôturage des animaux sauvages a grandement diminué le nombre d'accidents entre des véhicules et des animaux sur les routes. En 2014, le ministère des Transports et de l'Infrastructure a publié des statistiques qui montrent que les nouvelles clôtures qui longuent la route 7, la route 8 et puis la route 11 ont fait baisser le nombre de collisions de 87% en 3 ans, Monsieur le Président. Cela dit, les plus récentes données révèlent qu'il y en a encore quand même plus de 400 dans la province entre des orignaux et des véhicules. Est-ce que le ministre des Transports et de l'Infrastructure peut me dire combien de collisions devront se produire avant de faire installer d'autres clôtures?
Recognize the Honourable Minister at Department of Transportation and Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank the member opposite for the question, and I want to start out by saying one fatality is too many fatalities, Mr. Speaker. At the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure, we take the safety of the traveling public extremely serious. What I can say is that our government believes very strongly in investing in strategic infrastructure. One of the reasons we do that is for growing the economy, but the other reason we do that is for the safety of the motoring public and the safety of the people that travel on our highways. We have over 600 kilometers of moose fencing now installed on New Brunswick highways, and we continuously work with our Department of Energy Resource and Development to look at hot spots within the province. We look at traffic counts, we look at the number of collisions in an area, and every year we do an evaluation to see where it's necessary to install more fencing. And we're going to continue to do that because on this side of the House we believe in investing in strategic infrastructure.
Leader of the third party.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the Minister didn't actually tell me and answer my question what it takes to label an area of highway a hotspot. Mr. Speaker, when the Deputy Minister for Transportation and Infrastructure appeared before the Public Accounts Committee in October, he told us that the areas chosen for wildlife fencing, in fact, are based on the frequency of collisions. He called them, as the Minister just did, hotspots. Between 2006 and 2013, government fenced an average of 32 kilometres of highway each year, Mr. Speaker. However, the concept of hotspots seemed to have disappeared in 2014. What appears to have been an effort to save money, only 12.5 kilometres of highway were fenced in that year. Can the Minister tell us on average how many kilometres of highway were fenced between 2015 and 2017?
The Honourable Minister of Transportation and Infrastructure.
Again, Mr. Speaker, I can say that we take the safety of the people traveling on New Brunswick highways extremely high. It's our number one priority at the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure. The other thing I can confirm here today is when the Leader of the Opposition was Finance Minister, budgets at the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure were cut and slashed, Mr. Speaker. When we took office in 2014, we've seen a significant investments in infrastructure, and we continue to see those significant investments in infrastructure. And the reason those investments are so important is just like the Leader of the third party is saying, we have to make sure our highway systems are safe for the people that travel on them. So on this side of the House, we're going to continue to invest in our highway infrastructure. We're going to continue to invest in the safety of our highways so that people can travel on our highways in a safe manner, Mr. Speaker. As I said, one fatality is one fatality too many, and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure we mitigate this as best as we can.
Leader of the third party.
Mr. Speaker, this year there have been concerns about the number of collisions with moose on Highway 15 between Dieppe and Shediac, on 2 sections of Route 8 between McGivney and Blackville, where there were 8 moose struck in a 2-month period earlier this year, between the Russellville Road and Alarville, where the same person, in fact, on his delivery route hit 2 moose in 1 month this summer, and finally on Highway 2 between Moncton and Sackville, which included 1 fatality. Can the Minister of Transportation and Infrastructure confirm that these areas will be fenced in 2018? And if not, will he table a document detailing the highway locations to be fenced for 2018 in this House?
Minister of Transportation and Infrastructure.
Mr. Speaker, again, I want to thank the member opposite for raising this very important issue here in the floor of the House. It is an extremely important issue. And as I said, one fatality is one fatality too many. At the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure, we're investing heavily in infrastructure. We're going to continue to invest heavily in infrastructure. In fact, there's many factors that go into considering when moose fencing is installed. And wildlife mitigation, moose fencing is one tool that we have to help mitigate that. We also look at improved signage. We look at flashing signs. We have a public awareness campaign. I would suggest that the member, the leader of the third party, go to our website and go under the tab Think Moose, where there's a number of safety and precautionary tips for the motoring public. We ask people to drive with caution, especially in certain times of the year when wildlife is more prevalent. They need to reduce their speed. They need to make sure their windshields and their headlights are clear. And again, we're going to continue on this side of the House to investigate or to invest in infrastructure.
Time, Minister. Recognize the member.